Hey boys, we back. The Northern Raiders got retired, destroyed for the fourth time. Towards the end, got bullied by a Hex and a Unhold. It's really feels like limited. I'm not even sure it's the map or has changed some kind of plan what to do. But really don't like that origin. We have another origin here that's already been in progress for a long time. Niths is chosen, still in action. 615 days. I totally miss this, guys. This is the game we're gonna keep playing until pretty much expansion. So let's do an inspection. What we got? We haven't played these guys in like 5-6 weeks. Let's see. We have 283,221 shekels. Very successful company here. Invincible Renown, 9,383. This out is so juicy, so chillax. Famed Weapon, Shield, Armor and Helmet. I think we're missing something. Okay, let's see what we got. One of the big things that happened lately in this run that I remember was we got a couple of cool famed items, and we lost some of our best two-handers in a fight against lots of orcs that had two warlords. It was Sermerconus and Malcorian. Shield Wizard got killed by a brigand marksman. I guess he was leveling in progress. Totally forgot he died. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 dead. Yeah, I mean the company has a big history. Let's inspect what we have here. We have Calling, level 16. Two-hander with a mace. Pretty straightforward, just lacking some attack. Otherwise should be okay with Confident. We had a bad thing happen, a missing finger. He actually had just enough attack. Just enough attack to be reliable, but there was an event which I'm not gonna do again. Butcher event when he cuts off his finger for money. Something like that. And he lost some melee skill, which was unfortunate. Not a big deal for a one-hander, but for a two-hander losing 5% melee skill, especially on barely, you know, good melee skill, put him a little bit back. They're starting to go well. Failed 4 times, Toby. 4 times, 3 on the same map. I feel like just crazy hard because of how limited you do. And if you watched it, you would have seen how much better energy piled up. So what's happening here? We have 77 melee skill, 33 defense, 83 health, 61 resolve, so it's pretty good resolve. I mean, these are peasants, so you can't have great stats unless you get lucky, right? Colin has been in a company for 336 days, took part in 215 battles and has 263 kills. Using a two-handed flying mace, sellsword armor with bone plates, and a famed helmet. One thing to know about this guy, which is kind of weird, he does not have brawny. And this was not intentional. I forgot to take brawny on him, but it's almost like I feel like I saw he has just enough fatigue, so I didn't take brawny in the first place. So it looks like he has a colossal set of brawny. Maybe even adrenaline in this case. Okay. Our next guy here is Cervantes. Look at Cervantes, man. Who gave him this gear, dead bastard? Level 11, one of the newer guys, huh? Militia with Optimist and Disloyal. Using a two-handed flail as a flail mastery. Headhunter. Have a famed helmet here. 327, better than a full helm, which is minus 20. This one even has more, 9% more durability. Has a coat of plates with the bomb plates, honored bomb plates attached. Even has an Alf Trophy necklace. 81 melee skill, 34 melee defense. Fatigue is a bit low, but he's wearing a very heavy armor. Coat of plates is not far from ideal armor, but the protection is crazy if you have enough fatigue. 83 health, pretty solid stats, even 54 resolve. We could get one fatigue by removing the antidote, but we have limited slots as I remember. Been with us for 102 days, 66 battles and 61 kills. Costs only 25. How much is calling 28? Here. This is gonna be a fun character, Murder Brigands. Murder Brigands. Hey, welcome, Arthur. Thank you too for watching. What do we have next? Gravy here, one of our shield brothers. We still have a lot of shield brothers. We have been. I'm cursed with two-handers. I'm cursed. One of these guys, if I didn't get shield X, would have been a really solid two-hander. We converted two of them into two-handers, but one of them did get killed. More about this later. So, Gravy is a gluttonous militia. 80 melee skill, that's why he's using a sword. You get 52 melee defense, 77 health, 74 fatigue, 59 resolve. Very happy with the resolve. Kill head with close mail, 250 head and 245 body. He's usually been in reserve, but we lost some guys. We lost some guys when we were looking for more two-handers. 509 days, 270 battles and 200 kills. This guy has seen some shit. This guy has seen some shit. Pretty much my standard tank build. Like towards the end, you switch some of these brothers to two-hander, or you just give them shield expert and make them stuck with shield for life. Francesco here, been with us for 597 days, 389 battles, 311 kills. One of our best shield brothers, also a maceman, so good for stunning. A farmhand, impatient and paranoid. 92 melee skill, 58 melee defense. Now those are some very impressive stats. Very impressive stats. 250, 240, even scale armor. 69 fatigue. He's a level 17. 87 health, 60 resolve. Just beautiful. Just beautiful. Yep. It's one of our veteran shield brothers. Scale armor is a really good armor. Lamal harness is a little bit behind. This guy doesn't have the ideal armor yet, but we have to hunt some unholds. Lucky, also one of the older guys. 511 days, 306 battles and 280 kills. This guy is specialized with a cleaver, using a kopesh and a bell whip. Has a famed shield, Battleforge Fortress, high durability. Very good melee defense. His armor is not ideal, but we're not in the business of buying scale armors for our shield brothers. Corp scales is more suited for two-handers, for example. 32, 38. For example, the sellsword armor is actually good for a shield brother. We just need to get some bomb plates, and this one is also very solid for a shield brother. Okay, pretty standard here. This guy is pretty crazy. 96 melee skill, 52 defense, and even confident 64 resolve, 82 health. This is just beautiful stuff, beautiful stuff. And he'll get even more fatigue over time if with more veterancy. Just beautiful. Tamir, been with the company for 509 days, 328 bells and 214 kills. Only 22. Oh, this guy is 38. 38 militia. Okay, this one is oh, it's cheap gravedigger. During this campaign, we actually give everybody a raise once. We refused to give them the raise second time. The first one was, you know, reasonable, but the second one was not reasonable because, you know, long run. And I just wanted to see what happens with the first run. This was the first time with the race stuff because the long game. But for these long games, give them a race only if in a really bad spot. But there's a chance that they leave if they're in not content at the time. So nothing usually would bad happen if everything is good. If you refuse to give them a raise, they could get greedy. That's acceptable. Especially with this crazy treasury, we have pretty much Dragon's Horde in moving with us. This one was a spear master, but we decided to drop spears. The spears have become quite weak, and unless you get a famed spear, this guy will be stuck with his famed hammer. It does build up place fatigue, so it doesn't need specialization. Yeah, pretty much that. Spear master with a hammer, that's fine, that's fine. 82 melee skill, not perfect amount of melee skill for a hammer, but just enough. Get 63 melee defense, 71 fatigue, 80 health, 60 resolve, really cheap. If we get a good spear, he will get it. The other spearman that we had, Akatama, he deserted. There was a bad chain of events, so we don't have any dedicated spearman right now. This one could still switch on a spear if we really need to. We lost both our hammers, so we need to keep this guy for now. Both our hammers died in a really hard fight. If you guys missed any of the adventures of this company, everything is on YouTube on a playlist. The whole run from the start. Plum here, been with the company for 515 days, 338 bells and 244 kills. He's kinda pricey, brawlers are expensive and he is also greedy. 58 for a peasant background. Yeah, he's actually quite pricey. I could probably fit 3 guys with that 58 cost almost. But it's another Maceman, very solid stats, 86 melee skill, 55 melee defense, 60 resolve, 69 fatigue, 81 hit points. Yeah, just another really good shield brother. This one is actually using a full helm. We could actually get more fatigue by putting a kettle head with a close mail, which is probably better than a full helm on a shield brother. I didn't have any issues with Indomitable yet. The only time I had issues with fighting with in a long fight was when there were 2 warlords and they were just spamming, which is just a little bad for morale. We didn't have a stun bear in that battle, I think. 2 warlords sometimes, those war cries they spam gets out of control. Yoo-hoo! Have Gronalk Schrompf. I don't know who named this guy, but no longer naming guys with random names. If you guys see a character with a name, we recruit a new guy and you want to be in the company, you gotta use your Twitch name. But somebody sneaked this one here. One of our best shield brothers, 597 days, 396 bells and 372 kills. Didn't have the craziest skills, so he got stuck with a sword. He has a really heavy armor though, not ideal. His protection is a little bit too high. We might need to get him a better armor eventually. He has a famed sword with a pretty nice damage. Has been a very reliable character in on this run. Just standard shield brother. His armor is a little bit too heavy for a shield brother in my opinion, so we might need to change. This one has bone plates, otherwise I would probably give him a coat of scales. 2 fatigue, it helps. 66 fatigue is very minimal. He's using a really good weapon. Very low fatigue, very low. So 66 is nice, but there's some sport times when you tank and you need a little bit more fatigue. Because, you know, recover has more value if you have more fatigue in a lot of situations. Got Ghost here. I have no idea how this guy is still alive, but he's become quite a badass. Look at this. Been recovered for 586 days, 386 bells, and has 473 kills. This is like a pseudo two-hander. Started with a shield, but instead of going shield expert, was converted to a two-hander by using a Badish. Has a pretty nice gear, even a famed helmet. Strong version of a full helm. Overall stats really good. 90 melee skill, 30 melee defense, 60 resolve, 73 fatigue, 81 hit points. We don't got Berserk, but I guess we're gonna have more reliable fatigue to use throughout the fight. Without adrenaline, we also have to, you know, use him a little bit more carefully in some situations, and at least against orcs is extra, especially on the flank. Those orcs going in and just getting slaughtered. Hey, Ghost has an injury. Is a missing eye. Basically, if he's fighting during a night, he cannot see anything with a rich weapon. We're using a Badish. It's basically has a split and a split man and a split. It's kind of like a great axe, war sword. What's it called? The two-handed sword that has a little cheaper action cost. It's I'm really actually happy with this weapon. I'm really happy with this weapon. Where do you get a necklace? Do you get this necklace when you complete the orc ambition? I think it's the orcs. So this guy has been extra. Another falchion, the war sword. What is it called? Oh, the warbrand. The warbrand. It kinda has the properties of axe, with the damage of an axe, but it has a split man attack with a split ability. So it has a one massive attack here and then a split, unlike this warbrand, which can, you know, attack more. It's actually quite a nice weapon. Quite a nice weapon. Been happy with it. Okay, let's check the other guys. Soviet is one of our dedicated pole guys, full spec polearm. This is probably the simplest build in the game, one of the most effective killers you can have in the company. These guys are super reliable, easy to build, doesn't even need that much stats, just need some stats, melee skill, and that's it. 565 days, 308 bells, and has 544 kills. Just pretty much standard bill hook. This is probably some of the most effective thing you can build in the game to have an easier time. Uh, 99 melee skill, 90 fatigue, 88 health. He's nimble. Pretty much doesn't need any melee defense, just needs some range defense, just a little. Good head pull. We're using a basic melee shirt with bone plates, solid helmet. In some situations where we need to fight guys as whips as well, because it's a massive attack, massive skill, so the whip is very reliable. One of our bowmen, Daka. Daka is a lumberjack with brute, so not ideal background for a bowman, but we got him to 91 range skill, which is just good enough, for this level. Get some range defense, gets massive fatigue, has really good hit points. Same, you know, nimble, basic metal shirt, bone plates, a solid helmet. This one has crippling strikes too. This is pretty much my preferred bow build, I think. I think I decided this one is my preferred bow build, yeah. 336 days, 206 battles, 389 kills. Rubio Nubio is here with the Crossbowman, 371 days, 260 battles, and 267 kills. Crossbowman is another really good mass killers like the bows, but they kill people who matter more. You know, while this guy will get more kills, Rubio will get more kills that actually matter in a fight. Using a spiked impaler, don't have the bomb plates on the armor, got a solid helmet. We have the adrenaline with 103 fatigue on a crossbow. I've been liking adrenaline on a crossbow. It does help sometimes. I think I actually prefer this as my crossbow build, yeah. Sometimes when you're in an early game and you want your just guy to survive so then killed by the marksman, you kinda go desperate with anticipation, Colossus even 9 lives. But then the Crossbowman actually has like 3 perks you can just put whenever you want. So it's ideal for a hybrid build, or you just get a simple pure crossbow. Feral Beasts, Greedy, Survivor, the Poacher. Got Fluffy Paw, also one of our crossbowmen. This is quite a nice crossbow here. This one didn't go for the adrenaline because went with the health, so he actually lives. Also has about 12 defense, 92 range skill, 56 resolve, 92 health. Pretty cheap, 533 days, 206 battles, 210 kills. Not really mass murderer like some of the bill hooks or the bows, but kills people that matter, cripples people that matter as well. Crossbows, this crossbow for example has builds up less fatigue and does more damage than the usual heavy crossbow. Just a vagabond, got the 92 range skill, nothing crazy. Got Connie here, this was pretty much one of our first marksmen we built up. We were losing some guys randomly, so I pretty much panicked, went both Colossus and Anticipation, and we didn't get a footwork. You know, Anticipation not really required. You pretty much once you get Nimble, 10 range defense is all this guy's gonna need if they have enough health. So this one will probably best be in a footwork. And here Colossus for the adrenaline, but you can always be picky. Sometimes they just randomly get killed by the marksman. But also nice Fame crossbow here, has extra damage ignore armor and extra effectiveness against armor. Been with the company for 558 days, 358 battles and 372 kills. This one has been with us for a while. Dump, a disloyal militia guy. Pretty good gear, solid helmet, basic militia with bomb plates, standard. Got the Cheats Richter here, one of our top killers. Of course, you know, bows, top killers. He's been in the company longer than Daka, but I'm guessing they're just gonna keep up now. They both have unique bows. 4460. I think this one more damage ignores armor. Is also has more damage on top of it. 50 to 70 has also more damage. 8 to 12 more damage against armor. This is actually almost as much as crossbow without a crossbow mastery. We have here one that I think this one just has massive effectiveness against armor. 50, 79. Yeah, has pretty much crossbow values on damage against armor and effects against armor, but it has still the damage. Both are famed war bows. These are really good bows, and since you know they shoot, they're gonna be shooting multiple times with Berserk. The bows just, you know, surpass the crossbows for against most opponents. You got also crippling strikes, so anybody get hit by this is gonna get crippled. 394 days, 278 battles, and 408 kills. 101 range skill. This is our best range guy. 84 health, 120 fatigue, 15 range defense. Pretty much just standard. I do like about 15 defense. We do put some defense with the veteran levels again. There's also massive fatigue. The MVP of the current company, Niths is chosen. I did name this one. He was at level 4. Nobody took his name at the time. And look at this. How is it even possible? This is like... Look at this shit. Look at this shit. 591 days, 351 bells, and 656 kills. This guy is nothing special. Just a miner with low fatigue and just got 3 stars melee skill. This is what I'm talking about, guys. You pretty much just get a guy with 3 stars. The rest of the stats are relevant, and you get the build. Can get the most effective, simplest build in the game. A build hook guy with nimble, with pathfinder, with adrenaline, with recover, with headhunter. He's just so damn effective. Guys struggling in the game, just get to the point when you get characters like this. Early game, fight during nights, screw bows, screw crossbows. Just get those pole guys for the most of the early game, and you get stuff like this. 26 gold daily. Look at this killer. 104 melee skill without confident. This is simple as that. Simple as that. 3 stars in the melee skill. All crazy build hook needs. Probably one of the most effective weapons in the game. It's deadly. The characters are easy to build, and they're next to impossible to kill. The whole idea about the pole arms is about positioning on the battlefield. Mastering position on the battlefield, use your 200 IQ, and just win the game. Got a standard bearer here, Pine Templar. Been in the company for 533 days, 224 bells and 263 kills. I built my standard bearer with as a polearm, help a little bit with the killing, pretty much as a polearm build. I do put a little bit more toughness on him, so like a little bit more melee defense. But it's basically just a polearm build that can, you know, kill easy opponents with some more survival. Also, build him as nimble. We use him when we expect the resolve to drop. We have 130 resolve. You don't need any more than this. It's already very high. It's really cheap. He's working for peanut shells, and he received a raise. Everybody in this company pretty much received a raise from that event. We just want to see how much it happened. Probably for the future, if everybody is content, we'll not give them a raise ever again, even if they all become greedy. Got 2 more polearms, RuneScape and Talkas. I think RuneScape is actually, yeah, he's actually, what happened? I think somebody got Niths, Soviet, Talkas. I think one was actually retired. We retired Gulramal. He got actually something better. He got Drunkard, yeah. He got Drunkard, and his skill dropped to unacceptable level. Yeah, Gulramal was retired. Yeah, that's why we got the RuneScape. I want to have 4 bill hooks. There are some fights with Peasant Militia where 4 bill hooks are really good, where the range is not as good. So 4 bill hooks is always good. Because it's so hard getting good two-handers. Bill hooks are so easy to build, and they just don't die as the two-handers do. This guy is just bare minimal for acceptable bill hook, and it's gonna be in the reserve. Been with us for 104 days, 47 bells and 39 kills. Just a reserve bill hook, same as Talkas. Look at Talkas, a rat catcher. 17 daily, 572 days, 144 bells, 238 kills. He has just enough to be a great bill hook, just enough, nothing special. He's basically just lower stats, Soviet and Niths, and we use them in the reserve until we get into a battle like against, for example, the skeletons, which pretty much are bad to fight with bows and crossbows. Bows could be good to break their armor. But there are fights where we want extra bill hooks, sometimes even against the orcs, especially because they have no hammers now. No hammers. They just die. It's like Markonos had to die. Markonos was pretty much a lumberjack hedge knight. We gave him a sir, and he was just on the road to greatness when we were in a fight with two warlords. And the game tricked us. It said one warlord. When we went in the fight, it just changed into two warlords. So we got fucked. And he was pretty much sacrificed in that fight, so we can actually win. While Malakorian got really unlucky towards the end of the fight, and he got killed as well. So we lost both our hammers in that fight. Anyways, this is enough for the inspection. Let's go find some brigands to kill. What do we have in the inventory here? We have 2 heavy powders, just in case. We had to make sure we have some cocoa, heavy powder in the inventory, so nobody deserts us again. If he gets, chain of bad events, unsatisfied, and then there's desert. So, this will make sure that we prevent that. Got some reserve weapons here, some for sale, some for older brothers, got some full helms. As you can see, we have pretty much gear ready for several two-handers. We just have to get those guys. We have to get lucky with some lumberjacks, butchers, brawlers. But they just died, Scorpion, so we haven't gotten any new ones. We have to ignore orc warrior fights for now. If we had an opportunity to pick one of the brothers perks, which should be, well, we did a little bit of experimenting with crossbows here, and this one has the anticipation is useless here. I wish it was adrenaline. It's not that really bad to not have footwork, but this Colossus could also be footwork as well. So these two are kind of wasted here. This is really just wasted here, the other anticipation and Colossus. Anticipation is useless the moment you get nimble. You're always gonna have over 10 ranged demons with these guys, and this is more than enough. If they keep getting shot, it's acceptable. The rest of your company will just clear it before they ever get into a big threat. Even if this guy gets shot 5 times, he should still be in a fighting condition. Just one example. And it's unlikely for that to even happen, because they're gonna be targeting usually two-handers. So what do we have here? This map is really good. The south has no castle and just a bunch of cities with a bunch of quests. You get relations with all, and just a really great quest location. Really get trade location. North is fucked up, while the south has been heaven for us. Let's get familiar with the map. Any enemy on hunt on Unholds. We always on the hunt for Unholds. Their bomb plates are just too good. We still need a lot of bomb plates. One Scala. This is actually quite a bit of good jobs here. Ooh. Ho ho ho! Christmas! My favorite! Let's go, boys. Let's go. This is gonna be a good warm-up here. Where do we have to go? East? Okay. We use Moonskip in this fight. He does like some experience. This is ongoing long game Mordaria. With Niths is chosen. Ongoing. This is the main game we are playing until the expansion. I do enjoy long games. I'm open to requests for different backgrounds and origins, but those will be just played for probably just 1 or 2 crises, or just, you know, however it goes in the first 7+ hours. Listen to this music. This is good for the soul. Boiled eggs, ham sandwich, 20 brigands with a piñata coming. This is life. Almost forget these dark times we're living in with all this China virus going on. And Karlovačka, no, I'm drinking coffee now. I already had enough Karlovačka while I was playing Path of Exile earlier. Yeah, the early game on some origins is crazy, Mordaria. No matter what people tell you, some of these early starts, you know, not only you can face some really bad RNG, but it's a roulette, you know. It's like 1 in 20. I feel like Northern Raiders, what we had the experience there, I mean, just was pure frustration, stress. So who's disloyal here again? Cervantes. I do want Cervantes to get some veteran levels. I guess we can bench Niths. We don't need Niths for this fight. I do want to get some experience on RuneScape. Get at least veteran level before we keep him on the bench. We have a Necromancer as well. Yeah, this is nice. The boys are back! I miss this company. It's gonna be hard to let go of this company when the expansion arrives. But we'll retire them with a Dragon Horde. We have to be careful with the Hedge Knight in this one because with Necromancer. I'm pretty sure the gear is gonna get wrecked. Should be shooting this Marksman. Battle Brothers expansion. It's coming in I think 8 weeks or so. Check the Northern Raiders first video we did. We went through some of the dev blogs. It's the biggest expansion yet for this game. Look at that sexy mustache on Rubio. It's almost like the Bismarck is shooting red crossbow. This could be a kill here. So they have their leader is a nice weapon. Can we get a bullseye headshot here? Can you deliver Badula? That's my boys. Yeah, what do we have here? This area is blocked here. We can still go here, huh? This would just spin this one here. Should also consider just going for the Necromancer. Oh, Hedge Knight, Heavy Lamlar armor, 200 flail, 285 head. Great, we can tank that. Great, we can tank that. Yoo-hoo! Hey there, what is important at the start of Militia Origin? It's important not to keep everybody. Find the good guys and get rid of the bad guys. You don't want the game to scale against you. That's for starters. I would totally ignore crossbows and bows for a while. Use mainly shields and polearms. Spears, shields, sword, shields. Here has a high melee skill, maybe an axe or a mace. Depends what you got. Use mainly polearms in the back. About 9 to 10 guys. Slowly, you know, get them up. You know, pitchforks, hook blades, spikes. Fight during night. Fight during night. Fight like the skeleton legions. Move shields forward and pikes behind them. Once you survive the start of the early game, then you can consider using some bows and crossbows. Those need to be higher skilled ones, poachers preferably. There's not a guarantee you get a good poacher for a range, but they still could be good for melee. This is, you know, some of the stuff. Recommend getting Colossus gifted, so your guys are a little bit extra to survive the beginning. You might consider, if you're thinking your guys will not be hitting much, Backstabber, because you're gonna have extra guys, more round bonus. You know, that early game is just the tough part. But my recommendation, the top one, don't use bows and crossbows. Use extra polearms and fight during night. All your polearms should start with adrenaline. Hey Scotty. I got this Badish from Mercenaries. Some of the best fights in the game when you're delivering cargo and you get attacked by mercenaries. Those are my favorite. If you go to my playlist on YouTube with this company, Niths Chosen, it should be something like Battle Brothers Part something, and then should we say Niths Chosen Start or something. You can see how the start of this game. There's a playlist with nearly 100 videos. They're all categorized. Just, you know, have a look. This is, I think, my second time playing Peasant Militia. The first one got wrecked pretty fast. Beginning is the hardest, no matter what origin you play. Some are much harder than the others. But there are definitely tips and tricks to survive the early game better. But, you know, ultimately you can just influence the RNG so much. If it's against you, it's against you. The early game, 50-50, even 50-50, it's not good enough to survive. Sometimes you need better odds to pull through. Like one of the things that I feel like is very important as well, especially in the beginning. Like for example, you see this guy here, and we have multiple guys here. So I move here, and you could just, you know, for the attack, 61% chance to hit, but this is not really the right way. Sometimes you're impatient, you just want to hit, click, click, click. But best thing is just to pin him, and then you wait. When your second guy gets here, or third guy, they all wait, and they all start attacking when this guy is surrounded. This will, you know, increase the chance to hit this guy and put the odds in your favor. And you know, little stuff like this, you know, just makes you know, big difference. You have to, you know, use everything in the beginning. Right now it doesn't matter, you know, I could start attack or just wait if I'm, you know, impatient. But things like this are, you know, good to know. So this guy is now pinned by two other guys, and you can see plus chance to hit because he's surrounded. He does have a shield, so it's only 6% chance to hit. But now that he's surrounded, you know, it's a big deal. Once you kill a couple of guys, the enemy lose morale and you gain morale, and getting morale on your side is half the battle. We recommended multiple weapon masters on the shield bros. This is a little bit advanced, you know, I've been doing mostly simple builds, but I could definitely see if you get like a godlike guy, you actually have extra perks for, you know, some random stuff. You know, when you're limited to like with peasant backgrounds, you know, doing voodoo like that, I think it's not really recommended. I can tell you for sure, on crossbow builds and polearm builds, they're the most flexible, and they could go with something like that. Like crossbow and polearm builds, hybrid is probably the way to go, especially if you have a good background for it. But I stick to the simple overkill polearm and a crossbow with just one weapon. Probably better to build as a hybrid, but after again peasant militia, you don't get the best backgrounds. Have I ever played a game called Kingdom of Fire Crusaders? No, I haven't. Hey, the Bex. This guy has been wounded. As long as we don't hit the head, we can decapitate here. So worth a try. One thing that I haven't really got into yet, which will probably expand options for me and the knowledge, throwing weapons. You know, I realize that throwing weapons are strong. I see, you know, I always seen this when I started playing the game from the opponents. You know, sometimes make all the difference, you know, if your shield guys can switch to that, or you have dedicated throwing weapons. But there's a thing with this for me, it's like I find the, you know, crossbows and the bows just way more fun. Even, you know, it's like just a preference thing. No, throwing weapons are strong, but I just love the crossbow and the bows. It's just a preference, you know. This guy has no armor, so we hit on the body, dead. It's a high damage sword. Very consistent damage. The Hedge Knight is wavering, so we have to fight the Necromancer. By positioning your guys to surround the enemy, you do also lower their morale, not just increase the chance they're hitting. So moving here, this guy has to make a resolve check if he's going to lose morale even further. So from breaking to fleeing. So he passed the check, while this guy did not, and he went to wavering. Stuff like this is also, you know, that makes all the difference, especially with Peasant Militia because you have extra guys. So formationing and positioning is very important. That's why for most part of the game, initiative is pointless, it's useless. Because, you know, positioning exists and the use of terrain to your advantage. For most part, there are definitely uses for initiative, but if you just totally ignore initiative in the game and just, you know, stick to good positioning and the terrain, you get other stats in your favor. We haven't put a single point into initiative this whole campaign. thing to keep an eye, keep a reminder. Definitely builds that use initiative, but after all, once again, peasant militia. That's what I'm gonna say, peasant militia. Limited backgrounds, and you still have to get lucky with the rolls. So, I'm a simple man. I like simple things in life. I like my shield brothers with shield expert. I like pole arms with bill hooks, full build, just crazy, and then like bows and crossbows. And if I get lucky with good melee skills, I like two-handers too. And find it hard to really deviate from this simplicity. If the rolls are really high on some of these brothers, they might specialize a bit differently with perks, especially pole arms, crossbows, and two-handers. Otherwise, just stick to the builds worked for me in the past. We just killed the guy that this guy was supposed to fight. The Necromancer, we just have to tank that Hedge Knight for now. What's the damage on that weapon again? 40 to 80, the damage is a little bit low. It's not very effective against armor. But the head hits could be devastating. That Hedge Knight will act before my tank, because they probably have some points in initiative. Even that heavy armor, which is a little bit crazy, and wavering. I like to shoot that pike. This is also a good shot here. I just don't want Necromancer to raise the big guys here. We'll go down again. We still have a lot of fatigue. Don't sink us the tree. This armor, we don't really have to try to save it, but it's gold. It's gold, so we can just go crazy on him. Both his helmet and armor are too heavy, and we can be picky about this. So he's basically just worth gold. He doesn't have a useful gear for us, and he's a dangerous weapon if it hits the head. 22 turns, 23 turns. He's still ahead, even with breaking. Doesn't drop initiative. He just drops defense, resolve, and skill. This could be a kill. Oh, he missed. That's fine. This guy is... if we kill like 2 more guys before he acts, he might rout. This terrain is pretty bad here. Like I said, his gear is basically just money. It has no value to us. For using. It's too heavy. It offers great protection, but it's too heavy. Nice. Nice, nice. He didn't... he failed the morale check, so... But that blow caused him to start fleeing. Do I play the Beast Slayers now? Bomb plates for the win! the Necromancer. This guy has a good weapon which we would like to get to sell. But not top priority, as long as you don't get hit. So he's in the back here. Holy shit, those are very accurate shots there. He survived. Most impressive. Yeah, this goes the route. But they have undead because of Necromancer, so they'll not be fleeing yet. This Necromancer actually is gonna lower the value of this company, because we're gonna have to keep breaking the gear to kill the zombies. It can raise everybody, so it's that. Could route this one by just moving here. Nice. That's pretty bad for them now. On Cervantes, I went Headhunter instead of Adrenaline. This background did not have enough stats to not take Gifted for Adrenaline. Because if he had a higher melee skill or more stars in melee skill, we could totally ignore Gifted here for Adrenaline. But I decided to pick Headhunter. So not ideal. Peasant Leash again. Gotta, can get whatever all you want. We only had one good guy so far that didn't really have to get gifted, and he got killed by the orcs. I do not pick the Backstabber, but I do recognize its value with numbers. Honestly, in my head, I value Gifted above Backstabber. So it's really hard for me to pick Backstabber over Gifted. I consider Gifted as the best perk in the game. The only time I'm not gonna take Gifted if the guys are really exceptional, which is hard to get with Peasant Leash. We did get one lumberjack that was pretty much Hedge Knight, but we had a really hard fight against two warlords. Like, shit happens, Game said one warlord, we enter battle, it's two warlords. And if I seen two warlords, I would have put my standard bearer in the fight, or just not fought in the first place. So the game tricked us. Sometimes when the day shifts from night into dawn, they can get extra bodies, and I was still not get used to that. I think that Hedge Knight will actually flee here. Not a big deal, really. Not a big deal. I wait with this one, and this guy doesn't disengage. We could send Cervantes after him. We don't have Confident here, so he doesn't have the extra stats. Some of these guys actually, we are relying on Confident for extra performance. Hey Nikitas, I never was really into Mountain Blade. At the time when I tried it, it's like, you know, I seen, you know, it could be a game that you could sink a lot of hours into, but would you really pick Mountain Blade over a Stainless Steel in Medieval 2? I feel like a lot of the lower players at the time were missing Stainless Steel. Stainless Steel was already super time consuming at the time. So I never really got into it. Stainless Steel was the one of the two best mods for the Medieval Total War. It basically was what the game was supposed to be, because the vanilla was underwhelming. Benelon has lots of bugs. Well, yeah, as much as expected. It's early access, right? Well, you have to understand, in today's world, we get everything like in open beta. Some of these developers actually has decency to, you know, say it's early access without releasing the beta itself as a release game. If I had adrenaline there, I would totally got that Hedge Knight. What is my anticipation about Warhammer 3 release time? Late next year. It's like after July. Oh, the Hedge Knight recovered, but I think he's still gonna be fleeing because his party got overrun. Where the hell is the Hedge Knight? Holy shit, he was fast! Look how fast he got in that armor. I guess he has amazing fatigue. There's no way to catch him. Unfortunately, he was able to disengage there. He might have gotten a little bit more gold out of this fight. But his gear was not very impressive. It's too heavy. As in, you know, not very effective on the fatigue loss. Heavy lamellar armor and the closed. I always forgot that helmet. It's like a very long name. Closed. Flat top with mail, something like that. But the thing was, eyes always glowing when he possesses a zombie. Yeah. This guy's possessed, meaning it's gonna be, you know, stronger. I mean, as much as it can be expected of a forest fight, a little bit longer than usual. Who the hell is still fleeing here? I guess we have to get a message. Hey everyone, this is a game we've been playing for a while. Got back into it. Lots of stuff here. Edge Knight managed to escape. Have a famed weapon, shield, armor, and helmet. I haven't found any famed armor yet. I think the one that was for sale was not worth buying because we hadn't had anybody to use it, so we didn't get it. What's the prices here? Nearly 19%. That's good prices. We'll sell everything. Everything we need. Like this one is not worth selling here. As long as you have extra space, stuff like this can be sold when there is a really high price. Just one example. Using this item as an indicator for the prices, because it's worth 1000, so you get a decimal 18.9, which is 19% right now, so it's a pretty good price to sell here. Like stuff like this great sword could be sold here if you're desperate, but as long as you have space and you have money, you can get more for this. Easily another 50 gold somewhere else, and you have 50 items like that, it piles up. Inventory management is the #1 thing in this game to be rich. The difficulty doesn't really matter, only until the early game. As you can see, this thing is worth nearly 19, but this one is 18. So the game does not round up. It actually rounds down. So you get 18 out of it for it, not 19. Look at this, 18.9. You think this would round up for 19, but you get 18. So it's not a full price. We get less. So it has to be 19 of value to actually get 19 for this item here. So these two items. This one is 100 value and 1000 value. You see the price is more clearer when you have another zero. Flails are worth keeping and repairing because we can sell them when there's 3 different events that can pile up in a city, and you can get really a lot of money at once if you save all this stuff, like flails for example. This one is not really worth repairing us. Yeah, actually it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Easy though. Get back in these values. What we need is we need to find some unholds. Adamir. We could get lucky with mercenaries here. The other one could have orc warriors, and you never know. We have a very nice route in the south. There's a downside, there's no castle in the south, which requires us to go north, but there's several good trade cities, and the route for the quests and the trade is really good. It's kind of imbalanced area, that's why there's no castle. You can't have everything. And this forest here, this accursed forest, has spiders on top of spiders on top of spiders. You dropped your first gold today, exciting times, congrats. Did you play the music? This is where we get lumberjacks though. Won't hold attacks. Oh, nice. But we're on a mission already. Good affordable tools here. Forgot to queue stuff for repairs. Oh, this is fine as well. Orcs among here. Is there an orc crisis going on? I think might be actually. Orc weapons sell for a nice amount. Let's get out of the forest. It's been a long game, and I'm, you know, careful with the inventory management. We have also a very nice, what do you call the seed. Been very happy with this one. Hey, Miss Walker, how's the bros? Great. If opportunity arises, sure, Kalen, sure. Still haven't really fought those things. I've seen others fight them though, I haven't fought them myself. There's always been some kind of tricky spot when we had to engage them. With new enemies, I feel like this game always throws you in the deep end instead of giving you a nice introduction to the fight. Like if you remember my fight with Shrats, that was insane. First time ever with Shrats, and makes you, you know, makes for a, you know, a quite a ordeal. Just what I needed. Unholds. Hell yeah! It's 2 skulls. What, gonna be 8 or 9 unholds? It's nice, that's nice. You don't need their giant skull and bones. This composition is great for this. Nine unholds. Easy. Getting these things, it's all about positioning and good things. These are giants with regeneration, massive health pools, crushing damage. They toss and smash things around. So indomitable is the key. You wanna tank them. Otherwise, they just you know, they're worse than orc warriors. Best just prioritize couple and focus. I'm not even sure I want to fight him like this here. This one is quite exposed here. Quite exposed. Let's see, getting confident here would be nice so we don't ever get hit. This one could go up. Yeah, this is fine, just put it here. Not confident there, but should be okay. They all finish their turn. Could have shot 2 rounds before engaging, but it's 9 of them, it's not that crazy. Company can easily have 9. We'll leave this one exposed before somebody pins him, because we can still shoot here. We can nearly kill this one. Have massive health. Wait. I do like whip for this fight. It's nice against the generation because it leaves bleeding. Okay. So one going here could pin both of them. We can expect 2 here and 2 here. Francesco has massive defense, yeah, massive. I don't want to deploy a shield wall information. As these guys, I think they attack 180 degrees sweeping strikes. So they just correct shield wall. Shield wall is not good against them. It's all about indomitable, so they don't toss and knock you around. There are situations for shield wall, but this is not one of them. All our shield guys pretty much have such crazy defense that the shield wall is overkill. Only bad RNG happens. There are situations for shield wall, but this is not one of them. If I kill this one, it's already a big deal. Here goes nothing. No! Taka needs confident for the extra performance. Guess we can just go adrenaline here and use the pole arm. And he survived with like 3 health. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. We need to pin them before we move these guys. There are two two-handers here, so like this location should be okay. This one will go down with the adrenaline guy, so this is fine here. If I just go high ground here, they're gonna go high ground on me as well. So just stay back. Plum has also pretty nice defense. Let's see how this guy's gonna engage here. This is a okay spot here. This as well. Are you serious? One lucky hold. We could totally wreck this one. This guys might ignore clump here. Wait with the crossovers to see where the other ones are moving. This is a better spot for Daka. And wait here. Make a split there. It's interesting that they just waited there like that. This guy acted before them. Could be a thing as well. Be a thing as well. Could just move here, or we could just wait for them to come to us. One of them gets here, the other one can get here though. There's plenty of room here actually. Don't need to pin these three. We're like a little bit too far distant, and we have to start focusing this one. It's not ideal. We're killing this one next. Just wait for now. Okay. It's actually pretty good to just immediately pin this one. Maybe another one goes on him as well. I don't wanna shield wall hit at the same time, because he might be stuck here for a couple rounds. Never attack. This the shield guys are just here to tank. Until there are only a few left, they will not be attacking. Don't wanna exhaust them. Also just move here and do nothing as well. Nothing wrong with that too. We do have shields in the back. But this one has been exposed already there. And we don't have to waste fatigue here, just put him here. Might just get dazed, right? What's the worst that can happen? Sweeping strikes. There's a low chance to hit that. So one is in the bush here. Not ideal here this distance. Not ideal. We could start attacking this one. This one has taken more damage, so we'll focus this one first. With the range guys. I was unlucky. I have a good feeling we're gonna kill this one, so we don't need to go in them here. Jinxed! This is like perfect situation here. This is how you wanna pin them. One tank pin two in them, and other tank just get ready to rotate in them, and then you just in them one tank for the rest of the fight, and you kill these guys last. It's like perfection here. So as this guy is taking these two, this guy is just waiting for this guy to get tired and then just cycle them out, rotate. Highly unlikely this guy will take any damage, but there's always a chance. It's a shame we missed this one here. We might not be able to kill before he acts next time. It's one thing getting hit by one Unhold twice here, another one with two of them, one with a high ground. Worst case scenario, it's just get an injury. These things do like to deal injuries. But everybody has armor and ornate bone plates, which save lives. Man, this is fine. Fine. Only this one is not tanked right now. Oh, good. Not going into him here. Let him get knocked back. This actually bad here. I expect him to just rush like this. Not killing this one here, put this guy forward like that. Just not good at all. This guy is badly surrounded now. This could be a high roll we need. Nice. Oh, baby! That was a nice roll there. We look like 60-90 damage. So it can surprise quite nice with a high roll sometimes. We should just overwhelm this one. Got hit, but bomb plates were in one attack. It's all good. Don't need to keep this guy in harm's way. Just overwhelm that one. Yeah, just tank this one and we'll wait for help. Can just also rotate out here. But don't need to do this turn. Hold in dumb on this guy. This is fine. All good. All good. Oh, that gives us confidence. Blue flags. Very clean so far. We'll wait to see how much vigor that one has left. How much more fatigue. actually survived it, huh? I guess not much bleeding after all. This is still fine here. Still fine. We not gonna go for the kill here yet, so we just tank him here. This guy's tanky enough, 34 mil defense, not even confident. This is his last round here to tank this one. We can rotate next turn. Like this one here, that's it for him here. This guy's gonna be exposed now. We can I guess we can kill this one. This ones are just stuck here. They can't go anywhere. Good. This one dies next. We also have this one pin here as well. He's almost dead. go. So far, perfect. Just taking some armor damage, no health damage whatsoever. Stupid beast! So the Netherrealm holds a summary, how they not inflicting 3 kinds of conditions and broken bones on you every hit. Also, never really seen the miss before. We have really strong tanks. It's all about tanks positioning and rotations and focusing. So this is example one of our tanks, 59 defense, and we're using Indomitable. It grants 50% damage reduction and immunity to being stunned, knocked back, or grabbed for 1 turn. So they are all pinned, hopeless. We are picking them up one by one, while they can't do any damage except on some armor. Just have to go really careful around where to position your guys, and you can execute it flawlessly without taking any damage whatsoever. So this tank, for example, has 69 melee defense, and that's without shield wall. So they're having difficulty fighting back, and they are wavering and breaking, so they even have lower chance to hit. Unholds are really scary until you learn how to deal with them. Then it's just a matter of can your party do it or not. If your party can do it, even the worst case scenario is going to be a couple of injuries, as long as you position well. These are all veterans with very good stats. And this just Unholds are demoralized. Good luck, cover Seb. And I'm moving for the kills, we don't care about some strikes anymore. This was perfect. This was like one of my easiest Unhold fights. 9 easy to handle. I think we started having some issues when they are 11 or more. Oh nice, we got 3 giant skull and bones. We can switch one of the armors now. A couple of guys have heavy armor still on them. We can switch like a sellsword armor or the coat of scales. Much lighter. Lumberjacks, what do we got here? God damn it, man, what the f... What is this 3 in range skill, man? It's like he wants to be a hybrid shield brother with throwing weapons. Nah, I need hedge knights. There is a taxidermist here. So what do we have here? What are two-handers? Cell sword, this is really heavy. That's really heavy. We also have to replace this one. This one is also really heavy. And this one doesn't even have recorder plates. I mean, honored bomb plates. Our Viper can actually get much better armor here. Celso armor is great for Shield Brothers. 32 fatigue, 260, ideal. I do like the Celso armor or scale armor for Shield Brothers. Since they need fatigue more so than really two-handers sometimes. Make almost got enough for extra. Let's go see what's in Hellstadt before we go to Hallenberg. Events. The town has dice and buys other stuff for really good prices. We have currently here over 19. It's a really good price. Here, oh, Drex, I love Drex. It's actually also good pay there. What is this? Freydorf? No, I'm not going to Freydorf. A really easy mission for us here. And we'll put Hellshot to max reputation again. Already finished, huh? This is where our numbers are totally noticeable. We have 5 shooters. I don't know, guys, this just makes me happy. This just makes me happy. we have here? Wait for a little bit more surround there, but sometimes, you know, like, you just want to click, 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 click. That's unfortunate there. It's that damn missing finger. Goddamn butcher business. Slow when we have them outnumbered like this. It's beautiful. Haven't really demoralized them that much, but 2 guys, 3 guys, still pretty good. At an event I've not seen before, Butcher cut off his own finger and lost 5 melee skill on 2-handed. That's actually pretty bad. It would be nice to have adrenaline in a situation like this. Mirror dodge a 95, huh? 95, just like that. If you have a bludgeon and a butcher, the butcher will show the bludgeon how to better harm himself. That's nice. He hit me on the head with a flail. Look at this. He hit the helmet for 22 damage. Nice flail. Here comes headshot. Not so. Almost a high roll as well. Where are you going, friend? Could have killed his own guy there. What are you doing there, cheat streaker? What the hell? Bam, bam, bam! 3 dead. That's why he has green leaf in his title. No adrenaline here, huh? Well, pretty much gonna still get him in range there. 720, huh? No, we care about the city reputation. It's almost no value there. Yeah. Get the best prices for dice. And all the stuff. There's a greenskin horde outside the city. $193. Very nice. You archers get master bows, famed bows. So Lancel's dart is more damage, more effectiveness against armor, and more effectiveness against armor and more damage against armor. Can let a horde attack our base city here. "19 orcs. We actually had a fight. I just remember. Was it like 40 of them? They barely surround us, but we got the leadership and routed them. This reminds me of when I fight once we're coming down from the north. There was so many of them. Looked pretty bad for a second until they got routed by bad leadership, bad morale. Some armored berserkers here on. Scripting strikes. Oh man. Feels bad, man, rocking this. I have to shoot down the berserkers. Berserkers are strong in melee, but they're easy to counter with range. Once our billhooks go killing frenzy, it's easier to kill everybody. That guy taking a lot of shots there. Don't hit the head when there's no body armor. There's one lucky goblin down here. Not anymore. What the? It's strange to see the berserker going in the middle like this. Wow. 95 miss. Goblin Wolf Ride is actually pretty good in Battle Bars there. We just got the numbers and the quality to make them irrelevant almost. When you don't have this level of quality and when they outnumber you even further, it's really ugly. This spot here really. Man, he survived that, even with killing friends. Chance to stun this again. 30% chance. Did I give up on starting a new run? Oh, we did it 4 times. It's not really going well. So I just gotta be back to this one. It's quite frustrating playing those 4 rounds already. The only reason I'm playing that because of the request. That was the only reason. This round was not finished yet. And 3 times he missed with that mace this fight. while it could damage this armor even more further now. The sound is so satisfying. So satisfying. Did I read through most of the recent dev update? Yeah. Check the Northern Raiders, the first video. I think it's Battle Brothers part 95. I went through the rest of it at the beginning of the video. Very exciting stuff. Looking forward to it. It's actually worth repairing. Prices are pretty good here though. Pretty good. No, we're read through 4 of them. Well, we've missed 4. 4 since the last time we played. Skip level 10. Ooh, nice. Plus 4. Just what he needed. This is a dedicated polearm guide for the reserve. For the reserve. The fatigue is pretty good already. Missing Recover and Pet Finder and Headhunter. Didn't get just list another one just now. We went through the gunpowder weapons, yeah. Craft that thing in the north. So nice to have a rep with the cities here. It's already a lot of stuff to do. This place has been getting attacked regularly lately because of the war. Okay, so who's gonna get this one? We kinda need the one with Lucky and the Gravy before we replace stuff like this. This one only has plates. We need what, 4? Okay, actually need quite a bit more. Yeah, this armor is not ideal. Ideally, we would like scale armor here. Scale armor. You get nice 240 at -28. just ideal protection, I feel, for the shield brother. I think the Lucky Luck needs more fatigue since he is also carrying a battle whip. But the shield is also a little bit heavier. He should be the one getting this in the first place. Yeah, 69 fatigue now. Gain 1 fatigue with this. 30-28. Maybe a breaking point on a veterans. This guy has to be a bit more reliable in melee as well. The thing is, the swordsman can actually carry this, because this builds up much less fatigue. His attacking is not in question, it's the other things. This is a nice armor for a two-hander. But we have even better, we have Core of Scales. Even better. Colin has now very nice protection. Shame he did have to lose melee skill because of the missing finger event. 72 fatigue. Yeah, that's just fine. Just fine. Doesn't have brawny, but this is this protection is required. 70% battle forged. Question is, could I, this one is all minus 40. 42, 45. This is what, 32? This one is 30. Plum needs bomb plates as well. Preferably a Celcid armor or scale armor. Scale armor to Celcid armor. 250 minus 30. Slightly better than this one. Definitely pass this one, but this is a nice armor for the new guys. If you ever need a new guy. Just gotta fight more holds. Gotta get more giant skull and bones. I see more greenskins moving around, or these are old tracks. Might be old ones. If those two hammers didn't die, we'd be clearing camps in the east. In the west, I mean. This mission here. Man, is this gonna be greenskins? Because we can't deal with a lot of orc warriors, especially when they're like 60 plus packs. They fuck up the back if you don't go all bill hooks. Let's see what it is. If it's too many orcs, we might just abandon it. Because the orcs that come now are gonna be no joke with Warlord and a bunch of orc warriors as well at the same time. These guys will just wreck our morale, increase the enemy morale pretty much. It's probably gonna be orcs, right? Two skulls, 2600. Maybe it's gonna be just a bunch of undead. Would like some undead. Nice music for this hour. That's when we can handle 11. Get closer here. I like this one here and this one here. There's enough space here to put an extra shield, extra tank in. Let me get rid of this this berserker. We do outnumber them so we can engage like this. Have confident over in two guys. Nice flanking possible here. There's 2-1 in the back that could go around. This one can stay here actually. This one can go here, and this one will be fighting here. All three have to be in dome here. Try to kill the rest of the young, so they get demoralized. I've actually shot this one as well. Easier. Nice damage. What is that? Reinforced mail. Reinforced mail, reinforced scale, armor, reinforced plate armor. Actually, looted plate armor and looted scale armor. This was looted reinforced mail. Send this one around to shoot him. You have to go through them, but these guys can just stand here as well. No warriors are wavering yet. These will break these two shields. This one is unrealistic to break, same as this one. Damage those three shields pretty badly out. Oh, nice. I love when the crossbow shoot orc warrior and the orc warrior gets demoralized. It's always good. He's actually breaking some of his health through that. It's impressive. Oh, that shot was really good. 58 to 82. That's a bow. Even orc warriors not resistant to it. Still, they have crazy amounts of protection. That's a good headshot. So it's routed. Time to break here. We're just still mending. Doesn't really matter here anymore. I think the morale is gonna go away here, yeah. This guy's badly surrounded here. talking. Yeah, Frosty, it's going great. Warriors still hitting a wall. What's that? Cut arm seam. Was nice to injure our warriors. Shield. So I also have needed to prepare shields. Yeah, Frosty. Lost the Northern Raiders the 4th time, and I won back this game. It's that long run we've been having. Eltron with another 10 gifted subs. Thank you, Eltron.
What the hell?
Keep going, man. You're crazy.
Oh my god. Have you seen that shit? Holy shit. What the hell? Oh my god. Have you seen that shit? Holy shit. What the hell?
Yeah, this is clean. We lose one shield there.
Oh
Ruby
my
level
god.
up.
Have you seen that shit?
Always fun when the veterans level up.
What the hell?
I mean, this is look at this. This is a really easy defense element mission. We're even getting paid quite a bit. We had a similar one like that on the other side, around the Tenavailer, and there were two warlords.
God. Have you seen that shit? Holy shit.
That's when the both our hammer guys died. Look at that Rubio, that's very impressive range skill. Very impressive.
Oh my god! Have you seen that shit? Holy shit! What the hell? Oh my god! Have you seen that shit? Holy shit! What the hell?
I need to replace the shield here.
Oh my god! Have you seen that shit? Holy shit! What the hell?
I've tried one Black Monolith at the end of that last bit long run. Didn't have enough damage to finish it. Again, you know, lack of two-handers. I've not done the Kraken, no.
Oh
Not
my
even tried.
god!
Not even
Have you
seen
that
it.
shit? Holy shit! What the hell?
I wouldn't even know even the Kraken existed if you guys say asking about it in the chat. Kettlehead with
my
close mail
God.
is pretty good for the Shield Brothers. I like this
shit.
one and
What the hell?
3 more fatigue for the full helm. 17. Of course, ideally, want something like this. They do sell the stuff like this in castles, and we do visit that castle north from time to time. This looks like a bunch of nachos. Not in the mood for nachos right now. It's nice. It's nice. We're gonna start with this next time. It's gonna be it for now, boys. I'll see you later today. We'll be doing more of Niths Chosen. Thank you for watching, guys. Good night.